Robbo, the opposition coach thought that you'd have every reason to be proud of that performance. Is that an understatement?
Yeah, I thought, footy can be improved a lot, but the spirit that we played with, that was top end. There was lots of reasons not to win that game, and I felt like the spirit grew. The more changes, the more chaos that got created in that game, the more the players grew. They got calmer. They got really focused on some key areas that we probably weren't in the first half. So just really proud. Like you want the footy to improve, but as far as the spirit which the club and the team plays the game, that was of a high end.
You're down 6-0, you're down 12-6, you lose 3 of your back 5 for a 10-minute period there and 2 for long then, obviously. How chaotic is that for a team? How chaotic is it during that period in the coach's box? Yeah,
it was, you could see we weren't nailing what we wanted to in the first half, right? There was lots of opportunities for the opposition. Our D wasn't quite on song, but we've been defending really well, for a period of time now. And to go in at 6-0 was probably a bonus from us. We made some breaks. We missed some execution there to score some tries, but our ability to keep that to 6 was high. We came out of the second half, nailed it straight away, and it felt like we were on top. And then we obviously had the grubber kick, the line break, the tackle save, and then the sin bin, and then along with Joey, and then it got really wild. From then on in, it got, obviously had to make Sandon. I've got fullbacks coming out my ears. I have all year, and then all of a sudden I'm without any, and I had to make a change around. Had to get Fletch off and Sandon on to go into fullback, and then they just kept going. They just kept defending, and they scrambled really well. But we kept creating opportunities. We did keep creating opportunities, and enough to get over the line.
So many big plays. I know we'll probably touch on all of them, but the 2 charge downs in the space of a couple of minutes from your 2 senior players, Teddy and Luke. Just talk to us about those moments. Yeah,
so really good awareness from Ted. It wasn't a traditional setup, the way that they were moving the ball to set up for that, so it wasn't really apparent, but he had his eyes on Nico. And then nail. Like a lot of people get that into a position to charge down, but they don't get there. You got to lead with your head and arms. So if your head's in the way, your arms will be in the way, and both boys did that. And so, and then Ted, we were in a position. We weren't going to get close to that one, but then for Kez to do it on the second one and Siwa to pick the ball up, there was the game right there. It was big plays because it looked like they were on target.
Teddy, what were you thinking when you were in the bin? And obviously the 2 Joeys were off, and they scored pretty much straight away.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be tough, to be honest. I felt like let the boys down. Sin bins have played a big part in every game this year. When you're missing a man down for 10 minutes, can swing momentum really, really fast. So there wasn't even a TV in the sheds to really watch the game. So I was trying to watch my best from the tunnel, but I just wanted the boys to dig deep and. I felt like we got stronger and stronger, and then just did everything we could to stay in the game and to win the game. And that was showed in the last 5 minutes there, just doing whatever it takes. People out of position, 2 Joeys off. We just dug deep, did whatever it took. So, real proud of the boys' efforts.
What does it say about Sam Walker for him to be able to nail that clutch play after everything that he's had to overcome this season?
Yeah, I think there was 2 ones there. I think definitely Sammy. Struck it beautifully. Great carry from Ted. Right position. Great pass from Sandon, and nailed the kick. Like it was straight, high. It was beautifully struck. He's cold-blooded in those moments, and he's shown that over time. And then the other one was Billy Smith at 12-10. Sammy's has done his ankle. A bit like Sandon at fullback, Billy is like 5th string at goal kicking. I don't even know if he's 5th. And Kiri's ahead of him, and he thought Sam took that gut kick for goal. That's how good. Billy said, "I'll take it." He just hung around. He said, "I'll take it," and then to nail that at 12-10. Yeah. That's a huge play from Billy Smith. You know, like he doesn't practice. He's, you know, and that was our night. Like that was an example of guys saying, it's not really, you know, this is not traditional for me. This is not normal, but I'll do a job.
Yeah.
You know, Angus at left centre, Siwa at right centre. You know, Junior going from left wing to right wing, Billy on the wing, Sandon at fullback. You know, those guys playing, sort of Terrell playing 40 minutes again in the second half. It was just, yeah, it was just, you're the purist about how you want to play footy. Yeah, you can pick that apart as much as you like, but the spirit at which a team plays with, for that to be questioned at different times, that's as of the highest order for a Roosters spirited game.
Is that your best finals win, Robbo? Or I guess your gutsiest finals win, probably the better way to put it?
Yeah, I gutsiest, possibly. You know, gutsiest. You know, there was many ways to lose that game, and they found a way to win. So yeah, prettiest. Yeah, I'd like to play. I'd like to play better footy. We will play better footy next week.
I'll get to the two Joeys in a second, but Sam Walker, you mentioned at the ankle, so is that something you picked up tonight? And
it was just on that play before we scored.
Right, okay.
So it was on the play. So yeah, it's a bit sore in there, but yeah, he should be fine.
Was it the right ankle? Was that the one he kicks the field goal with then?
No, I think it might have been his plant
Right.
foot. I think that was the issue.
And the two Joeys, so firstly, Joey Sorley, that's his second in 3 months, isn't it? So that means because he had the one before the Manly game at
Right.
Brookvale, so does that mean, and how is he firstly, it's more important, but secondly, that puts him
Yeah,
out next
to
week?
be honest, I saw him. You know, I saw him in there, shook his hand. He just sung the song there, but yeah, you know, he obviously he got it and was fine, and then regressed as the half went on. And a really good call from the medical guys.
And Joey Manu, recurrence of...
Yep.
Was he 100% going into tonight, or was it case elimination final, have to play him? And
No, and obviously, you know, we got that wrong. You know, that's in the end. You know, he trained well. There was no ducks and drakes there. He trained really well on Wednesday. No issue yesterday, and then wasn't good enough to finish the game. So that's really disappointing.
Trent, given what he did out there tonight, like whether it was on the wing or in the centres, how big a blow is that heading down to Melbourne, another must-win match, losing Joey?
We'll be right. It's, you know, like that's, of course it's a blow, and so's Joey, and then so's Jared, and so's Satilli and Connor and all of that. They're all a blow, the amount of guys that have played this year and are not playing now. But we're in the finals. You know, we'll have 17 guys that we want to play better footy next week, and we want to keep the spirit that we played with.
Teddy, how proud are you of the young guys? Because those young guys that have had to play the last however long, 3 months or whatever, they're basically the guys that stood up tonight when they needed to.
Yeah, they just keep getting better and better, and they're playing with confidence, and we all got that belief in them. So, a couple of them only played a handful of games, but they're not letting that get to them. They're just going out and playing footy, and so I think everyone's confidence just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and we're just doing whatever it takes for each other. It's not, we're not using any excuses of guys are out or in different positions. We're just going and playing footy, and that's what gets you wins in the end.
Robert Siwa, especially moving out in the centres and he's got to try, pick the ball up from the charge.
Yep.
There's some big plays. How?
Yeah, like he's played centres at school, but he's played front row at different times. He's played back row. He's played lock. In a couple of games already. He asked whether he was going to go to fullback as well, with a cheeky grin on his face after the game. So, that's the youthful sort of confidence that those guys have just to play footy. You need that in teams, and he's bringing that in bucket loads for us at the moment.
Brett, there were reports of Angus Crichton and rugby union that have just emerged. Can you sort of clarify and let us know what the situation is there?
No, I cannot. I know that he's played really well tonight and he'll be playing next week. That's as much as I can clarify.
Yeah. So to the best of your knowledge, there's no approach, or you don't know anything about it?
No, don't know anything about it.
With the finals around the corner, NRL on 9 has you covered.
From match highlights, press conferences, and don't forget, Freddie and the 8.
Of course.
NRL on 9 has you covered for everything. One-stop shop.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a moment.